Not so thrifty anymore. The recession sparked millennials to save more than people a decade older, but now they don't have 2 pennies to rub together in their savings accounts. So why the change? Rob Basso of Advantage Payroll Services is here, along with the Willis Report's Jerry Willis. Dan is back as well. Rob, why do you think this is?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, the millennial generation is used to immediate gratification. So they're out there on the market. Well, I think more and more the millennial generation. I'm a Gen Xer, so that means I was 35 before 1995.
Okay.
The millennial generation is 35 and below right now. So they want everything immediately, so they don't understand the whole entire concept of saving for something and saving for their future. They want that new toy, they want that new car, they go out and buy it, and they're not putting it away. Here's an interesting statistic. Wages and wealth for people that are the millennials is actually 9% lower than the Gen Xers, so they just don't have as much cash to put away.
I think they just have a lot of student debt.
Three times the debt of people who graduated in 1995. They have a ton of debt. They don't know what to do it. And you know how it feels when you have a lot of debt. It's a burden, right? You can't think about saving. I have one thing to say, though. If there was one course they could teach in high school, it would be the time value of money, what it means to set aside money and how it grows over time.
Dan, what do you think about this one? I mean, we sort of need everybody to go out there and spend to fuel the economy. That's the dirty secret of America. That's what keeps us going. 70% is consumer spending.
It is, absolutely. But in this part of the cycle where the wages for the jobs for these younger generation who are competing with the older generation who need the money because they're not getting interest and dividends the way they used to, is creating a conflict, and so the younger people are not making enough. They're still living at home, a lot of them. They're moving in with their grandparents. They're moving in with 4 in a room.
But they should be saving. Everybody moved home with their parents.
No room.
Well, I can't believe they're not saving.
Because it's that bad. There's
what
still
are they
not
spending their money on? What are they spending their money on?
They got to pay down their debt, and they want the now generation. They want the iPhones. They want the iPads. They want to go out to the bars. They want to go to the movies.
We look at all these great jobs reports that have come out, and we added good jobs in October, but between 20 and 24-year-old, it's 10% unemployment. So they just don't have the money. Is really
and the lower wages.
I think they have too many Apple products, Jerry Willis.
It's possible, but at that age, were you saving a lot? I think that is the age group where people don't save. Unfortunately, what they're doing is they're putting on hold getting married, buying a house, saving for their retirement, saving for their kids' education. Everything for this generation put on hold.
Newly released emails are fanning the flames of the ignition switch case against GM. They show the automaker ordered 500,000 new switches months before it alerted regulators to the problem. The 2-month delay may have caused at least 1 death and 85 injuries. Jerry, you have been covering this extensively on your show.
I was shocked by this story, and tonight we'll have the reporter for the Wall Street Journal who did the story, attorney Bob Hilliard, on my show at 5 o'clock talking about this very issue. Apparently what GM did, they put in an urgent request for 500,000 of these switches, had told nothing to regulators. They were in the dark, knew nothing. And remember, all along, GM has said, well, you know, we didn't know this was a problem. We didn't understand. Parts of our business that knew about this didn't tell other parts. It never rose to a level that caught the attention of management. This is becoming more and more difficult to believe each passing day.
Rob, what do you think?
And I find it troubling, and I find it impossible to believe that upper-level management didn't notice that someone was having 500,000 items ordered. Now, I understand they're situated from the day-to-day, but this is a PR nightmare for GM, and it's going to start affecting their stock in a big way. I don't know what the payout's going to be, Jerry, but it's probably going to be significant.
Remember that GM designed this switch. Delphi might have made it, but GM designed it.
Great point. All right, thanks, guys. Don't miss Jerry tonight on the Willis Report at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.